And now we have a very, very special presentation for you. The wonderful and magnificent Doreen. Well, thank you everybody for having me here. Can I use the microphone? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no problem. Thank you. Can you hear me? Not all.
Okay, this good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So thank you for putting up with me because this is my first time here. So anyway, many of you know that there is a book that's really, really, really famous. And it's called the Bible. And it's a really famous piece of literature. And so I was kind of inspired because of being here in the mountains. And there is a story that talks about how things got started. So that's the story I'd like to tell you about today. So in the beginning, God created
The heavens.
the earth. You didn't know God was female, did you? But the earth was formless and void. And darkness covered over the waters. And the Spirit of God hovered over the waters. And God said, "This is boring. Let's make some light." And there was light. And God saw that the light was good. And then he separated the light from the darkness. And he called the light day. And he called the darkness night. And evening passed, and morning came. And that marked the very first day. And then God said, "Let there be a space between the waters of the earth and the waters of the sky." And that's exactly what happened. And God made this big space to separate the earth from the sky. And he called the earth, earth. And he called the heavens, sky. And the evening passed and the morning came. And so it was the second day. And God said, "Let the waters beneath the sky flow together in one place." So dry ground appears. And that is what happened. And God called the dry ground land. And he called the water seas. And God saw that it was good. And then God said, "Let the earth sprout with vegetation." And all kinds of seed-bearing plants came. Corn and zucchini and green bell peppers and trees with seed-bearing fruit, apples and avocados and plums. And all these seeds, they reproduced exactly what they had borne. And the land produced all this vegetation. The corn and the zucchini and the avocados and the plums. And God saw that it was good. And evening passed and morning came, and it was the third day. And then God said, "Oh, let lights appear in the sky separate the day from the night. Let them be signs to mark the seasons and the days and the years. And let these lights in the sky shine down on the earth. And that is what happened. And God made 2 great lights. The sun to mark the day, and the moon to mark the night. And he also made the stars. And God set these lights in the sky to light the earth, to govern the day and the night, and to separate the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was really good. And evening passed, and morning came, and it was day number 3. And then God said, let the waters swarm with fish, and let the skies be filled with every kind of bird. And so God created sea creatures and every living thing that scurries and swarms in the water, and every sort of bird, each producing offspring of the same kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them and said, be fruitful and multiply. Let the fish fill the seas, and let the birds fill the air. And God saw that it was amazing. And it was the 5th day. And the evening came, and the morning, and it was the 5th day. And then God said, let the earth produce every sort of animal, livestock, and small animals, and wild animals. And all that is what happened. God made all sorts of wild animals, and little animals, and livestock. And they were each able to make babies exactly of their own kind. And God saw that it was marvelous. And finally God said, let's make human beings in our own image to be like us. And they will reign over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky and the livestock and all the wild animals on the earth and the small animals that scurry on the ground. And so God created human beings in his own image. And in her own image, God created them, male and female. Created God them, and God blessed them and said, be fruitful and multiply, and be more fruitful and multiply, and govern the fish and the birds in the sky and all the animals that scurry along the ground. And he said, look, I've given you every seed-bearing plant throughout the earth and all the fruit trees for food. And I've given you every green plant and every living thing, the wild animals and the birds and the fish and all the small animals that scurry along the ground, everything that is life. I've given it all to you. And God looked at everything that he had made, and he said, wow, That is good. And God said, oh, it's time for a rest. I think I need a vacation. I think it's the 7th day, and I will go to Mammoth.